Hello everyone, welcome again to another lesson with A Course in Miracles. Today is 74. My name's Janet Melody and we're working through all of these lessons this year. So we're at 74, and if you want to read this information on your own, I've posted a link under this video and also information about the course itself, so you can find everything there. So what are we asked to do and keep in our minds today is there is no will but God's. There is no will but God's. And if we want to choose a different will, then we're heading towards suffering. And, until we get to this alignment with God's will, peace will just always be like that carrot away, constantly trying to find something down the wrong avenue. We got to stick with God's avenue. That's the one that's going to keep us happy, peaceful, well, just everything we ever wanted is there. So instead of getting lost, let's get into this and see how we can get this will going in our mind. So there is no will but God's. The idea for today can be regarded as the central thought towards which all our exercises are directed. God is the only will. When you have recognized this, you have recognized that your will is His. The belief that conflict is possible has gone. Peace has replaced the strange idea that you are torn by conflicting goals. As an expression of the will of God, you have no goal but His. There is a great peace in today's idea, and the exercises for today are directed towards finding it. The idea itself is wholly true, therefore it cannot give rise to illusions. Without illusions, conflict is impossible. Let us try to recognize this today and experience the peace this recognition brings. Begin the longer practice periods by repeating these thoughts several times, slowly with firm determination to understand what they mean and to hold them in mind. There is no will but God's. I cannot be in conflict. So give yourself time to get that in your mind. That's what we're doing with these longer practice periods. There is no will but God's. I cannot be in conflict. So you can't be in conflict because there is no will but God's. Will of God is the only one that is actually real. The rest are all illusions, like sending you in a sleepwalking world to something that is not real. So when we wake up and understand that God's will is the only will, then I cannot be in conflict. So keep that in your mind as these longer practice periods start. So 2 today, as always, and usually what it said at the beginning is 10 to 15 minutes. So 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, or whenever it feels right for you to keep them at set times. So the next part, then spend several minutes in adding some related thoughts such as, I am at peace. Nothing can disturb me. My will is God's. My will and God's are one. God's wills peace for His daughter or His son, whichever you want, whichever fits you. So we're wanting to, first of all, there is no will but God's. I cannot be in conflict. And then we're adding, once we get that in our minds, we're adding several more related thoughts. I am at peace, the world is joyous, I am happy, all the things that, align with God's will. Then during this introductory phase, be sure to deal quickly with any conflict thoughts that may cross your mind. Tell yourself immediately. So anything that's coming in there to say, that's not true, what about this, what about that, or whatever it is, say, there is no will but God's. These conflict thoughts are meaningless. There is no will but God's. These conflict thoughts are meaningless. If there is one conflict area that seems particularly difficult to resolve, single it out for special consideration. Think about it briefly but very specifically. Identify the particular person or persons and the situation or situations involved and tell yourself. So if you found something that is niggling, that is basically saying, that has got your attention, has got you believing, then say, there is no will but God's. I share it with Him. My conflicts about, and whatever the situation person is, cannot be real. Keep saying these things. After you have cleared your mind in this way, close your eyes and try to experience the peace to which your reality entitles you. So then, once we've cleared all these conflicts and we have cleared any really sticking ones that we can't get rid of, we are wanting to, with that clear, peaceful mind, close and try to experience the peace in its entirety today. Let it flow in. Sink into it and feel it closing around you. There may be some temptation to mistake these attempts for withdrawal, but the difference is easily detected. If you are succeeding, you will feel a deep sense of joy and an increased alertness rather than a feeling of drowsiness and innovation. Okay, so yeah, if we're actually in the peace, we're going to feel joyous and alive. We're not going to feel the peace where we're off to like la la land because we're trying to wake up from that. So yes, stay alert, stay joyous, but in peace and to that lovely calmness that we're aiming for. Joy characterizes peace. By this experience will you recognize that you have reached it. If you feel yourself slipping off into withdrawal, quickly repeat the idea for today and try again. So if you start feeling that you're getting drowsy and off into la la land, say, there is no will but God's, just to keep you alert and keep you back on track. So do this as often as necessary. There is definite gain in refusing to allow retreat into withdrawal even if you do not experience the peace you seek. In the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at regular and predetermined intervals today, say to yourself, there is no will but God's, I seek his peace today. So that's what we're saying several times throughout the day. There is no will but God's, I seek his peace today. And that's what we're after. We're seeking peace today, the true peace, the peace that we want, that is our birthright, that is there. We just need to wake up to it and we'll be there. Then try to find what you are seeking a minute or two every half an hour with your eyes closed, if possible, would be well spent on this today. So that's what it's saying for the shorter practice periods, just a minute or two every half hour, so every 30 minutes with our eyes closed, we're saying, there is no will but God's, I seek his peace today. So if we can close our eyes and really take that in, that would be of benefit to us today. So yeah, getting in alignment with the will of God. It's so strange because our lives have been so led by going down this path of the ego, and listening to its callings and its conflicts and what we should be doing. And there's a natural way for us to be here. There's a natural, peaceful, joyous way that we can actually, it's just, we're all going to reach it individually differently, until it goes into our minds in the way, because we've all got different layers going on in there, different layers of belief systems, and we're trying to break through those. So each of us might get a breakthrough at different times with these lessons, and I might get a breakthrough with one of these and then you might not, you might get it with another lesson that I didn't. It's that kind of thing. We just will reach there when we're meant to reach there, I guess, and just send each other love, that at least we're on this path. We're trying to, get to the truth. We're trying to remember who we truly are. And instead of being asleep, we're working towards waking up. It's like we go to sleep on a night and we think we're waking up and we're living this awakened life, but really we're sort of asleep. And until we really waken up, we're never really going to feel that joyous peace that we are. We probably the first time we felt it was when we were born, we wake into the world in this wonder and see everything like that, and then slowly as life progresses we start going to sleep, and that's kind of what's happened. So we're trying to wake up to where we were at the very start of this life. So enjoy today's lesson. There is no will but God's, remember, and we'll be back tomorrow for lesson 75. See you all then. Take care. Bye.